Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, all of you out there in the world. Good morning, Patty and Bill. Good morning, Susie and Chuck. Good morning, my dear Ellen. Good morning, all of you who are watching from around the world, and those of you who are regular congregants. I know that this is different because we're usually back on in person, but we will be next week. Anyway, thank you so much. Tom Arnson and I are going to do everything we can to lift your spirits and bring new information to your hearts and to your minds that'll guide you through this year. So, Tom, will you start us off, please? Dear Tom Arnson, great musician and singer. Go for it.
Okay, we're going to do I Believe in You. And if you want to sing along at home, go for it. It's really simple. I believe, I believe, I believe in you is the part that you'll get real easy. All right, here we go.
Tom, sorry to interrupt. Bob, can we get you to mute your microphone, please? Because it's creating interference and background noise. Bob? Hello, Bob?
It's muted.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to search. Sorry, Tom.
Shall we get going here?
Yes, please.
Okay. Follow your heart, let your love lead through the darkness, back to a place you once knew. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Follow your dreams, be yourself, an angel of kindness. There's nothing that you cannot do. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Strive for that goal. Don't let fear keep you from seeking the joy that fulfillment can give. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. You will know bliss when you reach within and discover the life that God meant you to live. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Follow your heart, let your love lead through the darkness, back to a place you once knew. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Follow your dreams, be yourself, an angel of kindness. There's nothing that you cannot do. I believe, I believe, I believe in you. Yes, I believe, I believe, I believe in you.
Happy New Year, Unity Community. Such an honor to be your host on the first day of the year. I am Luciana Velvi. And as we begin today with the wish, Happy New Year, I would like you to reflect upon how you will receive this New Year wish. You can receive Happy New Year as a festive and cordial cliche, or you can receive it as energy coupled with an intention that the whole upcoming year will be a happy one. Personally, I'm going with accepting the term Happy New Year as a powerful intention, and I hope you do too. Reflecting on New Year's Day, Oprah Winfrey says, "Cheers to a new year and another chance for us to get it right." And Sarah Ben Bratnach writes, take a leap of faith and begin this wondrous new year by believing. Believe in yourself and believe that there is a loving source, a sower of dreams, just waiting to be asked to help you make your dreams come true. And now here is our amazing board member, Marian Dick, to begin this happy new year with an intention.
Good morning, everyone. If you would just like to close your eyes and move into your heart area or that space where you connect with your higher power. And it is from here that we pray. On this first morning of the new year, let us give thanks for all we hold dear, our health, our family, and our friends. Let us release all grudges, all anger, and all pain, for these are nothing but binding chains. Let us live this day and every day in the most loving way, the Christ consciousness way. Let us serve all who are in need, regardless of race, color, or creed. Let us keep the God of our understanding in our hearts. Let us lead the world from darkness to light, from falsehood to truth, from fear to love. Let us remember that we are all one, embracing all, discriminating against no one. May blessings shower upon each and every one of you and bring each of you a bright, healthy, prosperous, and peaceful new year. And as we slip out of this first morning into the afternoon, may our hearts and minds be open to hear the message from Reverend Bob that we are about to receive. Bless you all. Amen.
Can you? Sorry,
The
Tom.
Lord's Prayer.
Yes, please.
Holy Spirit, creator of life and all, you create a space inside us and fill it with your presence. Let oneness now prevail. Your one desire flows through ours as energy fills all forms. You give us this day our physical and spiritual nourishment. You untangle the knots of error that bind us as we also release others. We don't let appearances make us forgetful of the source. We're born free to act from our highest nature. From your presence comes the glorious harmony of life. Now these words are fertile ground from which our future grows. Amen.
Thank you, Tom. My friends, if you would just close your eyes wherever you are, just unclose your eyes and relax. Go into that quiet place that lives inside of you, that quiet place that is all of us as one. The entire universe, all the flowing waterfalls, all the beautiful trout swimming in the pools, all the children laughing in the play yards, all the old folks sitting around their cup of tea, talking about philosophy. All of us are one. There's one great fabric of life flowing through all of us, and each one of us are connected. And today, in our talk, we'll be finding out how that connection emboldens and empowers us so that we can do those things that we came here to do, those things that are calling out from inside of us to be fulfilled and accomplished. Today, we'll find that way to make that happen. But for now, let's go into that quiet place and breathe gently, if you will, in through your nose, holding that breath for a moment, and then letting it go. See this almost as if there was a wave coming up on a sandy beach and then hesitating before it relaxes back into the ocean. Let your breath be that wave as you breathe in and then relax back into the sea and find your whole body becoming as light as air. There is nothing here but you and the universe as one. Your breath going in and out is the energy of this universe. Calling you home. Blessing you. You are one with all life. And I know that there are times when you feel overwhelmed, but let that go right now. I promise you that the strength and the power and the wisdom inside of you is such powerful, powerful healing for anything else that can come into your life. And it's in you right now. With every breath, it increases. Feel it increasing. I'll come back to you with words in just a few moments, but right now, let's let Tom's soft piano music guide us into a deeper, more flowing meditation. Just your breath, just paying attention to your breath as grace. I know there are times when you feel that you're alone, but you're never alone. The powerful wisdom that is the universe, that great spiritual mind that controls all things in all times and places, blesses you, guides you, holds you together at every moment. You are loved, and you will be loved every moment of the entire year to come. You will be held in love by the universe that creates you and loves you as a part of itself. You are loved, so deeply loved. And you are blessed. You are being blessed. You're unique and special. There has never been nor ever will be another you. Can you feel that now? Being loved and being blessed. And you're safe. You're safe. How many times in your life have you faced danger and yet always come through because you're being protected by that great mind that is pure love? And because you're loved and blessed and safe, you are free. You are free. And your physical body flowing with the universe, flowing with the grace of great spirit, of great mind, of great presence. Your body is completely well now. Now, please know that. Your body is completely well. And if in your mind you say, yes, but that's not true because this or that's going on, don't pay attention, please, to the this or that. Pay attention to the wellness and allow the wellness of your body to increase and flow into those areas with which you doubt. And to know, as we move forward through this service, and as you move forward through your life, that all is well, that all is well, and you're home.
It's flying high. You know how I feel. Sun in the sky. You know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. fish in the sea. You know how I feel. River running free. You know how I feel. Blossom on a tree. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me. Oh, for me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. The scent of the pine, you know how I feel. All freedom is mine, yes it is, and I know how I feel. It's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life for me. I'm feeling good, yes I am. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling good, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new life, yes it is. And I'm feeling good. Yes, I'm feeling good.
Tom Arnson, thank you. I'm feeling good too. Just hearing you sing makes me feel good. Makes everybody feel good. You're a blessing, brother. Hey, I'm so glad that you're here. I really am. And I'm so glad that we're able to talk through Zoom, even though we're not in person today. But we'll be back in person next week, next Sunday. Then it's a Burning Bowl Sunday, so you don't want to miss that. But today, let's talk about this being your year. I know you've probably done that every year of your life, saying this is the year of change. This is the year something's going to happen. At the end of the year, you're kind of tired and you're going, well, some things happened, but it wasn't quite what I wanted. Let's make that different this year. And here's the way we start off. Here's how we start off. I work with an awful lot of people, and some of the younger people that I work with, and some of the older people as well, they're stuck. They're stuck in a belief system. They're stuck in a belief system, and I'm not accusing you, but just see if this works for you. They're stuck in a belief system that this is the way it is. And this is the way it is not. I got it all figured out. I've been around a long time and I've seen all of the evidence and I know what's going on and I got it all figured out. This is the way it is. And when that happens, you get stuck because this is not the way it is. It's changing now. And if I'm not change, if I say, no, I see how I got my mind made up. This is how life is. This is how I am. These are my limitations. These are my possibilities. These are the ways that I can do things. But other than that, I can't go beyond that. That's the way it is with me. That's the way it is. And that's the way it is with my wife or my husband or my son or my daughter or my mother or my father or my coworker or my boss or whatever. That's the way it is. That isn't the way it is. That isn't the way it is. That's an element, one little element of the way it is. It's so much bigger than that. Reality is so much bigger than that. And in order to live a full life, we must always be in exploration and discovery. And in this season, personal change is in the air. And it's now available to you and to me. Now, during this talk today, I'm going to be quoting a lot two people who've been guiding lights in my life. Here's the first. Charles Fillmore said, "The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand." The inexhaustible resource of spirit. He's talking about that great mind, the great presence of the universe is equal to every demand. There is no reality in lack. Did you hear that? There's no reality in lack. If you say, I can't afford it, I can't do it, I can't go there, I can't be that, that's lack and there's no reality there. He says abundance is here and now manifest. And if we don't feel that, if we don't believe that, if we don't buy that, then we're stuck. Then this year will be the same as last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. But if we want change, we have to be the change. Some of us can't find that resource, that great spirit, that great mind, because we're focused on the things that are going wrong. And we're dwelling only on them. I want to tell you, you must beware of all news networks. All news networks. Conservative, liberal, doesn't make any difference. They can only sell their programs by upsetting people about the evils stalking the world. Either the evil's on the right side or the evil's on the left side. They recruit their teams, and their teams all get together and cheer against the other side. But the truth of it is that we're all one. And there are some of those news people that I love, and I watch them, and I believe in them, but they're only telling one side of the story. There's another side. And if we're one who dwells on the darkness, the light of creativity simply dies, does not exist in our minds or in our abilities. And it's never too late to change our minds and our lives. Our old habitual thinking patterns are simply grooves in a metal record that plays over and over again. Myrtle Fillmore said, "Show me the seeds you sow and the thoughts you think, and I can foretell the manner of your harvest. For it is the same in our mind as in our soil mind. Same in our mind world or in our soil mind. Same in the thinking process as what we reap. We will reap that which we sow with our minds." And I know, you and I'm the same way. How we get caught up in this reactionary life. Something happens like with guns or politics or snowstorms or floods or whatever, and we look at who reacts and how reacts, and we react and everybody reacts, and all of those reactions are orchestrated by our mindset, by who we already think we are and what we already think life is. There's change going on with every new experience, with every new great adventure, with every new catastrophe. Change is available. And we must not see ourselves falling back into, no, I know how it is. God, don't give me any guff because this is the way that this is the way my grandfather was, my father was, this way I am, this is the way. No, it's baloney. Here's a question to contemplate. Do I have the ability to change my life? Do I have any control over how my future turns out? If I don't, then I need to just get on the victim raft with all the others who feel they're victims of fate and drift away on the ocean of life with no sails, no motor, no engine, just completely at the mercy of life's storms. I know that most of us are not on that raft, at least not completely. Most of us are only partially feeling we're helpless to navigate through life's storms. And the problem with that partial thinking is that it's like a hole in the bucket of our thinking. It's like a hole in the bucket of our self-clarity, self-courage, and self-confidence. Tell me, can we truly make miracles if we see things happening with a fogged up clarity, with shaky courage, and with only marginal self-confidence? And the obvious answer is no. In 1889, 134 years ago, a woman and her husband had an awakening, like we're talking about here. They had an awakening. They saw that any reality is possible when we're aligned with the positive flow of the universe. They saw that the reason their lives had been troubled is that they weren't dwelling in the flow of energy. That's the flow of the universe. They saw that by just simply changing the way they saw reality. Changed the reality that they saw. Charles Fillmore said, "The mind of the Spirit will guide you in perfect ways, even in the minute details of your life, if you will just let it do so." But oh, how difficult it was for them to get people around them to see that light, to see that they were actually in full control of their lives. Imagine you trying to convince people around you that they're actually in control of their lives, that the things that happen to them, that come along, that disrupt them, came along and disrupted them largely because they were on that pattern. They were going along on that pattern. I don't say that's entirely true. There are things happen to us that feel unfortunate, that sometimes are there for our expansion and our growth, and that's a whole different story. But most of the things that happen to us are there as a result of the seeds we planted with our thinking, with our mind. But Charles and Myrtle Fillmore eventually saw that the only way people saw truth was to see it demonstrated. And the two of them, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, were living their own lives with clarity, courage, and confidence, and they were flowing with universal energy, and people began to come to them to learn how to harness this power for themselves. And the numbers grew into the thousands of people who suddenly saw they had abilities far beyond what they realized, and their lives were transformed. Thousands of lives back in the 1800s, completely transformed. And still 134 years later, some people are still hearing the Fillmore's message and waking up, while others remain pleasantly numb while living daily lives of lack and frustration. And it's not that those people have less intelligence or less ability. They're good folks. Hey, I'm talking about someone you've seen recently. In a mirror, maybe? It's not that that person's less loving or kind or less focused on having a good and meaningful life and having dreams come true. Charles Fillmore said, there are opportunities everywhere, just as there have always been. It's simply that a key ingredient in some thinking patterns has been missing for so long we don't even remember having that ingredient. We've been listening to that voice in our hoods that tells us for so many years that we're unlimited or unworthy or not capable. And that voice, my friend, that voice, my dear one, is not the voice of truth.
I can almost see it. That dream I'm dreaming. But there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaken, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to choose. Ain't about how I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta be strong. Just keep pushing on. Always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. Yeah, yeah. Always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb.
Thank you, Tom Arntzen. Thank you. You know, I have a special admiration for you, Tom, because I spent a lot of years trying to become a really great and famous singer. And I had set a goal in my mind that I was going to be a great singer and actor, and I was going to be very famous. And so I moved to San Francisco so I could take voice lessons from Judy Davis, who was this coach of the stars, and spent a couple of years working with Judy Davis, and then went out on the road. But during that period of time, I had to work. So I worked as an ambulance driver. I worked as an office clerk. I worked as a bus driver. I worked as a driving instructor. I did so many different jobs while I was trying to get on that out there. And every day I would go into my closet because I lived in an apartment. And it was all these old retired people that lived in this apartment, and the landlord said, I'll rent this to you, but I want to make sure that you know we're not going to have any hell raising here. We're not going to have any loud noise here. I said, no, I'm fine. But the rent was so cheap, I couldn't afford to lose it. So every day I had to do my voice exercises and sing songs that Judy Davis had given me. So I had a little keyboard, and I went in my closet and closed the door, and there were all the clothes there, and I sang in that closet, hot. And what I didn't realize is that years later, the landlord said, "Oh, the women all think that you just have the voice of an angel." And I thought, all this time they've been hearing me. But the point of my story is that eventually I was picked up by the president of of American Broadcasting Corporation, asked me to come to Los Angeles and audition, and I was on the Dating Game, and I did some other things, and I went back to San Francisco, and I didn't follow up on the leads that he gave me, and because I was too busy and I was working, and I had all kinds of excuses. And then my agent called me and said, and we want you, there's an audition for a play that's going to go on the road. So I went over and auditioned for this play, and then I got a call back, and then I got another call back, which is really unusual. And then I got another call back. And in that final call back, when I went up, I will never forget it. I went upstairs on Market Street, went upstairs, or Mission Street, to an upstairs kind of loft place, and they were doing final auditions. And there was a young guy who was auditioning for the part that I was up for, and he was in the act of auditioning. And the woman that they had already cast, who was, this incidentally, was One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and the woman they'd already cast as the nurse said to me quietly, "You've already got the part. They already have decided on you." And I said, "Well, but this guy they're auditioning," she said, "it's a kind of a political thing. They have to do that. But you've got the part. Just hang in here." And I got so scared that I said, "I can't do this." She said, "Don't be silly. Of course you can do this." I said, "No, I can't." And I left. And I went back to my little apartment. And not too long after that, I left San Francisco and I went back out to sea. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because over the years that I had worked hard to become a singer and an actor, what I developed was an identity of a struggling young artist. And that was a safe identity for me. I could live within that identity. I could live within that because I knew where I could get my very inexpensive groceries. I knew how to take XYZ bus. I knew how to pick up whatever money I needed laboring here or laboring there. And every day I could sing, and every day I could practice my acting. But when somebody finally said, "You're in, bud," like the new Christy Minstrels came to town, and they were auditioning for a new singer in their group, and it was at the Fairmont Hotel, and I went to the Fairmont Hotel and sat with these other people, and before they called me, I got up and left. I couldn't do it. My question to you is, can you do it? If opportunity comes along today for your most cherished dream to be fulfilled, can you do it? Can you do it? Are you willing to reach out? Are you willing to explore? I know that there are limitations. There's limitations with all of us. Some of them may be more severe for you. Maybe you have a very serious disease, or maybe your eyesight is really bad, or you're blind, or you're hearing impaired. I know those things go on. Still, remember that there were people before you who moved beyond that. Helen Keller was both deaf and blind, and she became one of the most powerful inspirations in the world. Why? Because she was willing to step outside of her comfort zone. A dear friend of mine had an old pickup truck that he personally loved and he identified with. And the transmission went out on that truck. So he had it towed to his front yard and he parked it there while he looked for used replacement transmission. Now, Myrtle Fillmore would have said to him, "You do not have a problem except the one that's in your own mind, and you put it there." She's talking to you and me. And she's talking to this friend of mine. So 2 years later, that old pickup truck was still sitting in his front yard. Weeds were growing up all around it and through it, and chickens were roosting in it, and it had a lovely pattern of rust that had begun spreading over the cab. And I often asked him about getting it fixed or getting it replaced, getting rid of it, but oh no. Here's the thing. This is the point I want us to focus on this morning and all through this coming year. What did he do with the old pickup that had now become a yard ornament? Did he have it towed away? No, he did not. And do you know why? It had become part of his identity, part of his world, part of the reality he trusted to keep him whole. Just like that kid in San Francisco who wouldn't accept those parts when they came along because he'd already made a different identity. Charles Fillmore said, "The inexhaustible resource of spirit is equal to every demand." I want to say that again. The inexhaustible resource of spirit that's innocent around us, that is us, that's the universe. Every day, the inexhaustible resource of the spirit is equal to every demand. There's no reality in lack. Abundance is here and now manifest. Then here's the question. What old pickup do you have in the yard of your mind? What old belief are you hanging on to? Do you watch and absorb the dreadful news of the world because it's become a part of your operating system, part of your comfort system, part of your assurance that you're right if feeling that the tragedies of life are greater than the prospects for their transformation, part of your assurance that you are right? If the feeling that tragedies of life are greater than the prospects for their transformation? Charles Fillmore again. We must learn to let go, to give up, to make room for the things we've prayed for and desired. You're not your mind, and you're not your brain. You're an eternal spiritual being here on a mission to expand yourself in wisdom and in joy. And you cannot do that sitting on the couch of your old beliefs, your old pickup trucks. You can only truly become you, truthfully you, when you are in change, when you're always willing to let go of what was in order to accept a greater reality. As I said in the beginning, everything's changing. The world's changing. The universe is changing. The rivers are changing. The sea is changing. Society is changing. Are you changing? A lady I once knew was fond of saying, "This is who I am. This is who I am. Get used to it." Is this what you're saying to your world? This is who I am. Get used to it. Or are you saying, I'm expanding my mind and my attitudes in order to be in the flow of universal energy? In my training programs, I often say and hope that people will remember and say themselves, this is the way it is, unless it isn't. It's cold today, unless it's not. It's raining today, unless it's not. I'm angry, unless I'm not. I'm tired, unless I'm not. There's always something else going on. There's always deeper realities beyond which we see so simply. Myrtle Fillmore said, there are no discords in my life. Being is peace. That couple that 134 years ago started the movement of self-realization, self-empowerment, and spiritual truth, that collected thousands to them. They were Myrtle and Charles Fillmore. The movement they started became this unity of Vancouver, became this unity. This is what they gave us. A blessed and a powerful way of living that allows us to be and to do and to have all that we dream of. So this week, this first week of January, will you please take a look in the yard of your mind and see what old pickup trucks are there and don't serve you anymore? And can you allow a new truth to replace them? And then let's stay together in this new year as we seek week by week and raise week by week our minds and our spirits to higher levels, living the lives we came here to live and making our dreams come true. This is the season of change. Let change be in you as you turn into this new year. Our Myrtle Fillmore said, see the beauty about you and see the manifestation of the infinite mind.
To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. Sing it with me. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. All right, let's sing it. To everything There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Oh, Tom, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God, your song just reminds me so much that my affirmation, and perhaps yours can be with mine, folks, those of you who are listening. My affirmation is that I will change my belief systems this year. Whatever I believe, whatever it is that I believe, I'm going to challenge it and see if there's a deeper reality beyond that. Rather than just look at the peach on the tree, I'm going to take it off and see how it tastes. I'm going to go into the core of that. That'll be my affirmation for this year. Now, let me thank you for all that you've done here for us at Unity of Vancouver this year and for your kind and generous donations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's an idea Mary and I've adopted. We look at how much money we will be making during the year 2023 and figure out from that how much we want to donate to the service of Unity of Vancouver each month. We just figure it out ahead of time. Then we give that amount. We break it up in weekly or monthly or whatever, but we give that amount. We make sure that, and you know what? That for us, it's 10% of everything that we bring in. And of course, that's called tithing, and I don't care what you call it. But here's the thing. We live in a spiritual universe, don't we? We live in a universe that is great presence, that is great mind, and great mind is manifesting all of this. And dollars are just pieces of paper without the energy of that splendid spiritual love going through them. It just represents energy. And so if we represent that energy back into the source of our spiritual good, then we feel comfortable. We feel like we're part of the flow. We're part of the recycling system. And it becomes true. We're never in want. With that 10%, we never miss that 10% because it always comes back to us. Some people give one check annually, and others just arrange automatic donations from the credit cards or from their banks. However you give, please know how much we appreciate you for helping and supporting us and being a part of our family.
Thank you, thank you. Bob speaks for all of us here at Unity. We do find it easier to decide our donation in January and offer those gifts throughout the year in gratitude for what we receive here. It's so much. It's so uplifting and transformative, and we are so blessed to have Unity. Now may we each hold our offering in our hearts and say all together now. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. To donate, simply click on the donate link in your chat window, which will allow you to give via all major credit cards. You can also give via e-transfer, which can be addressed to donations at unityofvancouver.org. Once again, you will find a donate link in your chat window. Now, while we are making our donations, let's enjoy a few minutes of beautiful music performed by Tom Artson. wow, wow, wow. Thank you, thank you. Such a great start of the year. Just feeling really, really happy with this music right now. Thank you, Tom.
All right.
We will resume our live service next Sunday, January 8th for 2023 with a special burning bowl ceremony. You can't miss that. The burning bowl ceremony is the opportunity to burn away all those blocks that keep us from having the lives we want. Please join us. It's effective and it is fun. And January 7th, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., Spiritual Wisdom Circles will resume with a special introductory presentation. In January 9, from 10 to 12, we have the Artists Untethered, a weekly gathering of artists and hopefully artists. Come and let your inner genius flow. And please arrive on time so as not to interrupt our meditation. And today's affirmative prayer chaplains are Lori Malenka and Fern Logan. If you are with us today on Zoom and would like a confidential prayer with one of our chaplains, just stay online and I will show you how you too can participate in just a few minutes. And just a reminder, on the next 2 Tuesday evenings, we will be enjoying 2 fabulous classes that Bob taught for many, many years all over the world. Next Tuesday evening, January 3rd, from 7:30 to 9, the program will be Creating Abundance. Then the following Tuesday evening, January 10th, from 7:30 to 9, the program will be Building Great Relationships. Admission to both of these great classes, it is by donation, so come on out and start your new year with intention. So that's this Tuesday and next Tuesday from 7:30 to 9, and it's right at the sanctuary. It's going to be amazing. Please, please, please come and join us. And now, as we bring our service to a close, let's join Bob as he leads in the prayer of protection.
Everybody together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. I love you.
But